I'm Victor, Victor Holvik. I'm a filmmaker. I freelance with ESPN.
I'm Nyambura Moranja of PFS Productions.
Katunge Charles, I'm a health and life coach.
Yeah, I'm Benachi, I'm a gospel singer.
I'm Mr. Sam. I'm a businessman. Yeah. But yes, if you want to advertise anything, what do you have coming up? Mr. Victor?
I still don't have a business, but I'm a filmmaker. For now, I freelance with ESPN, Fox, and such. I'm mostly like sports for videographer, but nothing much coming up. But I'm around. If you need some nice clips, some nice photos, I think I can do it here now. Yeah,
He's got it. He's got it. What's the name of your company?
I have a page, but okay. The thing is, you have to understand me on this. I love photography. That's why I started my career. But as I grew up, I didn't want people to take advantage of whatever I'm doing. Yeah. So I kind of pushed my photography aside just to concentrate on what like makes me have a bread on my table. So I do photos. I do mostly humanitarian, but I have a page. But I will only do photography for people who like, because it's like, it's an art. This, I tell people like this, and probably these guys will bear with me. As an artist, and we had this conversation with someone, the reason why Wasafi Records sounds the same is because they have one producer. And as much you are so talented, you can never think all that critical. Go to album of Dr. Dre, who have produced it. Pharrell one song, someone else one song. That's what they do. Because as a creative artist and as a creative mind, you only have like at most 8 hours a day to concentrate. 8 hours just for you to be at your best. The rest, ni madhogodhanio tu, client to utumie client
8
pictures
hours of
zake.
pure constructive work.
Yeah.
The rest of it is just you freestyle.
Madhogodhanio because client wants pictures and everything. But
What client wants, that's what client gets.
yeah, so if they push, like, oh, ukifika nyumbani nitumie picha. They don't want to know if you're gonna have a rest. Or what. So I normally took pictures to people who like really understand my creative and appreciate it. So I have a page called Holvik Picture on Instagram, but I think I'll continue with that.
We gotta do that later. Right now it's just like a quick advertisement. So, Ms. Moranja, what do you have coming up?
Okay, so as I introduce myself, I'm Nyambura Moranja of PFS Productions. PFS Productions is a company that deals with events. We do everything dealing with events, with t-shirts, like the one I'm wearing. This is, I'm the one who made it. And we have some of them at the back. So I'll first give you the meaning of PFS Productions. I like the conversation we had about the youth, because as a youth, like most of these things we are dealing with, and if we don't have emotional intelligence, we don't know ourselves, who you are, and you come here, you can end up being what the society wants you to be, or what your parents want you to be, or you won't live to your fullest potential. So PFS production means purpose plus focus is equals to success. So you first have to find your purpose. Who are you? Then once you find that purpose, you have to focus on it. That's why the F means focus.
That's why the F is at the center. You gotta
focus.
look at it
Yeah,
immediately, just focus on it.
You have to focus. There's nothing you can do without focusing. So once you focus, automatically, I say it's automatic because as you said, you have to put in the work. Hard work will eventually pay. You'll eventually become successful. So that is what I'm doing with PFS Productions. I'm also working with Samar Healthcare on the mental health. We have journals. I have a few journals at the back too. So there's a Christian journal. So that one guides you on how to journal. As it was written by Dr. Mary, she's the mental health psychiatrist. So she guides you on how to journal. And the Christian journal, at the bottom, they have Bible verses, encouraging Bible verses. Then we have the mental health journal book, which that one was inspired by her patients. And one thing she keeps saying, don't let your struggles become your identity. You're not your struggles. That you're suffering right now doesn't mean that, you're poor, or don't let your struggles become your identity. So that one too, it gives you Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday is a day to reflect on that journal. It's a day to reflect on how your week has been. And you can find the books on Amazon. When you find me at the back there, I'll guide you on how to get the books. I'm also working with Samar Systems. That one is a software company. That's where also Samar Healthcare came from and all that. But so for Samar Systems, so far right now we are dealing with schools, digitizing education back in Africa. We started off last year, and up to now we have up to 64 schools using our software. So again, if you find me back there, I'm going to tell you more about that.
Man, we have assets on assets. If you want to make music, we have a videographer here. If you want to improve your life, improve your mental health, improve the way you journal, please, 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 please see Ms. Maranja. Go to her website, go to Amazon, you can find her products there. What about you, Coach? What do you have coming up?
So the topic we've been talking here is dear to me, and so in collaboration with a friend, we are going to come up with programs, either online or meetups, for the young people to go through as forget your name, as he said, to support our young people in knowing themselves and knowing their vision and being intentional in what they do. So, yeah.
I mean, these people are wondering why I'm calling you Coach. So please explain briefly just what you do.
Okay, so I train or I coach people. So it's health and life coach. So I train people to change their relationship with food, which basically is based on how we think. Yeah. So sometimes like for instance, you say, oh, that I'm never gonna eat sweets again. But then you find that the next time you see a sweet, it draws you so much. Why? Because mentally there's that thing in you that is drawing you to that. And it's also the same thing, like he's saying, for young people, they need to know what those triggers are and how to be able to follow their vision without having, other things influence them.
So if you're listening to this podcast today, this episode today, if you're the kind of person who wants to get a six-pack in 6 months and you're worried that you don't have discipline with the way you eat, this is the person you want to contact. She will teach you how to be healthy in a week or less. But what about you, Benachi? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, I'm a gospel singer, I have an album coming up, but apart from singing, I'm an entrepreneur too. I'm a businessman. I'm based in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, you ever want to rent a car, call me up. And then
Exotic.
yeah, and then we do have a home care agency too. Yeah, we take care of the elderly. Yeah, we make sure that they're okay and they're doing good. So if you're in Atlanta and you need those kind of services, I'm the man to call.
He's the man to call if you want to rent a car.
Call me. You need a cool ride. You want to look good.
Ooh.
Call me, man. Yeah.
He'll get you a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I make you look good. I make you look good on the streets. But it's not just about looking good. It's about if you want to go from point A to B in Atlanta, I'm the guy to call. So my car rental company is called Prime Ride Car Rentals and Ongachi Enterprises.
Ongachi Enterprises and Our Prime Rentals?
Prime Ride.
Oh, Prime Ride. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Prime Ride Rentals and
Yeah.
Ongachi
Enterprise.
Ongachi Enterprises.
Yeah, so Ongachi Enterprises is the umbrella. That DBA is the Prime Rides Car Rental, and then home care agency is called Joyous Home Care. We have one in Philadelphia and one in Atlanta. So if you have somebody in Philadelphia, I'm the guy to call again. Atlanta, I'm the same guy you need to call. So that's all I do. But apart from that, I love music, man. Music all day, man. I sing every day. I even shower, just sing, man. I can record any minute, you know. So if you want to find me on social media platform, Instagram, Benachi_Monake, YouTube, Benachi, just Benachi, you'll find me. And then I'm really working on different songs. I'm actually doing a worship album. This is different, you know. I can't really wait to release this. So if you have been keeping up with me, and I really appreciate for your support, but this time around, I have different stuff. Worship album, and it's really touching. Tuachie tuapo.
Tuachie tuapo. But yes, you've heard what everybody's got coming up. The interesting thing about it is they already, even without knowing, kickstarted the next session because we were supposed to be talking about career and businesses, and the way you just narrated your stuff, you pretty much just got us into the section already. I mean, as we said initially, you can always get all this information if you come to the Refill concert. It's going to be at the back booth, and also you can get their information on their respective websites, their social medias. Also, not to forget, From Good to Great, the book is available right now. If you want to go from good to great, please, please, please grab a copy. I'm going to insist on that. I personally read that book. I love it. It's something that's really it's an easy read. It's only going to take you like 20, 30 minutes, man. You can sacrifice that time out of your day. Go do it. You need it in your life. But since we're talking about career and businesses, I have a question for everybody on this stage. Do you like what you do?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, one thing, I wanted to play soccer, so when I got injured my knee, I had to just farewell to that. So I met a guy from UK who gave me a Kodak film, and he gave me like 20 films, and he would take pictures the whole of the year. I come back in December, we go to town and produce them and everything. So there was this time, he gave me a Kodak, and I took pictures of Madare, people selling changa, drunkards on the streets and everything. And then when he came back in December, he produced pictures, wow. And then he sent to the friends, wow. My friends from Germany wants 20 pictures of that, and they want to buy one picture $50. I was like, what? I didn't know. So for me, I knew I wanted to be on TV, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to be. So when I got a chance to, when this guy introduced me to the camera, and I see how I can tell because I was a shy kid. I grew up in a very tough community, but I was shy. Because I didn't have parents, man. I didn't have someone to whoop my ass when I go wrong, yeah? The streets were my mom. And you know one thing with the streets, it's not like a class. The streets gives you a test, then gives you a lesson. Class gives you a lesson, then gives you a test. So it's different with the streets. So a test, maybe probably you have broken your leg, then that's when you're learning your lesson. So I grew up a very tough area. So camera was my refuge. That's where I got out of my dad, because of a camera. So for me, I love what I do. And the reason why I don't even, there's a time I was doing the Oregon Championship in Oregon, and sometimes we had a 3 a.m. call time. Yeah, I'm just 3 a.m., you're up, and someone thinks TV is just something flashy. And I don't get mad, because that's what I like to do. And the reason why so many people, you get someone is so angry at life is because every day he wakes up, he just want to pay bills, because he's not happy whatever he do. And that comes again when you come here as an adult. Most people try to shift your mind you can't do this in the US. US, you have to do this and this. This is where the money is. Yeah? And that's now the whole, again, where our parents go wrong, especially African parents. When we grow up, our parents teach us, go to school, get money. Not be happy, get money. So that's the reason why even corruption can't enter in Africa. Because what we define success with is wealth. That's how we define our success. When you're wealthy, that's why the reason why you'll be a lastborn in a family of 7.
I'm actually a lastborn.
Yeah,
I didn't even know how you know that.
So this is the thing. If back home you have money, you're given so much respect than your firstborn because you have money. You the one who decides when people start when
Ndio tuambia food kwa nyumba bwana.
family meeting ni saa ngapi? Wewe ukitembea unachinjiwa kuku ile nono.
Uliza Timo.
Benachi akikuja na mbio kuna kidheri kwa pale aongeze chumvi because uko na pesa, unaona? So that's where we go wrong because that's why people end up doing only other career because they just want to make money. Yeah? But when you focus on whatever you want to do, this is the path I want to go. I don't know. And that's now where the challenge comes of being patient. Because whatever you want to do won't come easily. But if you chase money, it will come easily.
Oh, very.
Yeah, it will just, because if it's money, you take a Uber here, do a Uber drive and make money. But if you're chasing your goal, you want to be a musician, you want to be this, you want to be creative, that will take a process. That will take a process. So me, whatever I do, every day I do my camera work, I sleep.
love
and
what you do.
I love what I do.
But what about you? You like what you do?
Yes, I do like what I do, and it gives me purpose. I remember, like, when I started doing the t-shirts, somebody told me, like, yeah, you don't have to do the t-shirts, you can always order them, you know. But for me, going there, making the brand, the logo myself, doing the graphics, going, printing the t-shirts, going to shop for the t-shirt, that gives me purpose. And you can do what you don't want or what you don't like for money, but you won't be happy. You'll not be happy going to work. It will be work going to work. Again. So I remember also when I came here, I was given two options. You either do healthcare or IT. I was like, there's no way I'm doing healthcare. I can't deal with blood, you know. So I went to school for IT. I'm actually graduating this December. You're all invited.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. And yeah, do I like IT? Yeah, but I think I like what I do more. I am more active. I want to be on the run. I want to create things. IT, I can sit there, but I know that is not what I'm gonna do.
Something
for a
about
long
sitting
time.
behind the desk for 9 hours straight just not sit right with you.
I can't.
What about you, Coach? Do you like what you do?
Yes, I do. And what I can say for the young people, as they have presented very well, is pursue what you love. Pursue what you see yourself enjoying. A lot of times, parents will want to push you towards what they want, lawyer, doctor, whatever it is. But if you don't like it, I promise you, even when you become a surgeon, the top surgeon, you won't be happy. So the best thing is, even if your parents are pushing you to do what you don't want, sit down, work with them, and just pursue what you love. Because at the end of the day, it's really your life. So that's what I would say about career.
I'm glad you brought that up because, I mean, as much as we're addressing the youth, we also have another dynamic of people who are fairly, maybe they're coming into the United States fairly older, maybe in their 40s or 50s, and you feel like when you come here, you don't have a purpose, you don't have something that you want to do. Maybe you were like a businessman back home, but you don't know where to start. So how would you advise them to kind of enjoy what they do and just pursue their business in this kind of environment?
Yeah, do your research. There are places you can go and they can tell you what you can do as an older person. They can give you financing if you need. So do your research and follow your dream. Yes, do not, I know a lot of people when we come to America is healthcare, be a nurse, you know, all that. But I can tell you, I know a lot of nurses who quit nursing because it's not what they enjoy. So even if you're 50 or whatever age, in America is the land of the free, land of opportunity. Just do your research. You'll find, and be patient, you'll find what you're looking for.
I just realized we literally split this talk show into like business people, artists. I don't know how that happened. It was not intentional, folks. I am sorry about that. But let's cross over from, I guess, the serious side to the more artistic side, because art is also, it can be a business, right? So, I mean, specifically for two artists, and I know Victor already addressed this as far as being persistent with your art to the point where it starts paying off. But how do you recommend, as a young artist, how do you venture into just being a business person, not just an artist?
So I would say there's two different, there's a secular side and the gospel, you understand? So like she just said, do your research. On this other side, I would say, get to know what your real motives are behind singing. You know, you might just have a voice to sing, ability to sing, but you really not really want to do gospel. You understand? You're just doing because Benachi sings or Eunice sings, and
Because your mom told you to sing
yeah,
in church.
I can worship and just, you understand? Because you come into the altar. First of all, you need to understand the path of being a gospel singer. It's not just a matter of just the title, like just a gospel singer. You understand? It's just you as a person. You need to be like a minister first before you even become like a singer known. You understand? So it's just a matter of finding yourself. The motive, is it right? You know, is this something that I really want to do? You go, because being a gospel singer, it comes with a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of stuff, like people really expect so much from you. People view you as like a perfect person who cannot do anything wrong. You understand? It comes with a lot of things. And then people just start singing because they got beautiful voices without understanding the path or the motive behind it. And then once they get on it, they realize, okay, apart from being a gospel singer, I'm a human being too. And people judge you like crazy. And then you realize, okay, this is not what I want to do. You quit, like she said, somebody quit nursing because this is not what they wanted to do. So as a singer too, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. From being a singer and doing it as a business, first of all, on the gospel side, it has to be ministry before it becomes business. It's ministry, based on ministry. You understand? We do refill every year. It's my brother. I support him, you understand? I drove 6 hours coming down here. Sometimes I drive 12 hours going to different states, you understand? People don't know what you went through to get to that stage. You understand? They don't know what you go through to even come here, stand before 10, 15, 100 people, even 1,000 people. What is really going on with you on that stage? You understand? People view like you're just this perfect person, like your life is straight like this. If you just do your foot like this, you just they kind of want to hit you with stones, you know. Yeah, so drove 6 hours, came down here. I went through a lot. Sometimes you might not know even if I have gas money. You don't know.
Struggle is real.
Yeah, you don't know. You just saw me here. So some people want to do music, and they want to rush to the business side of it. Hey, I want to do music, sell my album. I want to do music. I want people to invite me and pay me. No, it doesn't work like that. Gospel side is ministry first. Hey, we want you to come minister. First of all, before they say what they want to give you, you have to say yes in your heart, like, yeah, this is ministry, I'm going, even before they tell me what they're going to give me. But if you start being like, they're calling me, and I'm just like, how much are you going to give me? So you're not doing ministry first. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I need to put food on the table. But what comes first is the ministry. Because you're singing what God is giving you. And then you have to put your spirit to a place where God is communicating with you, giving you the songs to sing to his people. It's not about what you want to sing. It's about what God is giving you to sing. Sometimes God gives you a song for 2 people. Sometimes God gives you a song for the whole world. Sometimes it's just for you. You listen to that song and like, oh, this is my message right here.
I needed to hear this person.
Yeah, for real. And then, so you release a song, and then you sit down, you're like, I want to see people listen to this. I need views. No, it's not about that. So you need to understand all those kind of things before you get to business side of it. God decides business side of it. God will start bringing people to call you, to appreciate you. And then God will elevate you. You understand? So before it gets to the business side, it has to be ministry. And then before you do the ministry, it's within you to understand and know what is my motive behind this. Because, man.
It can be a struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Right. So, Mr. Sam, we've already plugged your book. You also have a new album out currently.
Yes.
But, I mean, as we finish this, what's your opinion on the same topic? How do you feel like, as an artist, you venture into business? Or how has that been for you, especially because you're also an event organizer? You do more than just, I guess, music. So how does that work out in your favor as far as just being a businessman?
First of all, when I came, I jumped into the healthcare, became a CNA medtech for 6 years. 6 years. Yeah.
6 good years.
Yeah. And I actually tell myself that was community work for me, and I've done my community work. Yes. Yes. It's
And there's nothing wrong with the medical
nothing
field.
wrong
Don't
with
get us
it.
wrong.
Yeah, but it is tough if you're not, it's not your calling. So it was never my calling. Yeah, so it was tough. And I'm that guy who always reads Napoleon Hill, Carnegie stuff. I'm into a lot of literature. You'll find me reading books like, even Christian books, Rick Warren's, and J.B. Phillips, and all
List
those.
goes on.
So, as I grew, I realized I'm a businessman. Like my mom is a businesswoman, and she's good. That woman has gone down so many times and brings herself up from scratch. And she was a music teacher and took her class into national levels when it came to music. So I have that element in me. And as I grew in ministry, I realized, okay, God has put me in the business of music more than just being a musician. Actually, you tell me to compete with Savatia or him to do vocals, you will laugh at me. Yeah.
Not your field.
Yes. Not mine. Actually,
Not your call.
I
Sometimes
will,
you just gotta
but
admit it.
I will make noise here and actually make people so happy and blessed. I once went to some Mennonites concerts. They did a concert for me in Pennsylvania, and I jumped there for them. I was greeting them, and I was feeling those hundreds on my hand. Oh, hi. Oh, she was giving me money. They were so impressed. But you tell me to sing and hold a tune for 1 minute like him, it's a lie.
Wow.
Yeah, so my point is, I will give you an example of someone in the secular world who said he is not a musician or a businessman. He is a business. I'm a businessman. I'm not a businessman. I am a business. I am the LLC. I am the sole proprietorship. That's why, actually, even in music, we should focus. If you're Christian, focus on that. Make sure you give people the right thing with the right motive. And make sure you create a business around it. That way you can't go begging all the time. That's a problem with our musicians in Africa, especially gospel. They want to do the music, but they don't know the business around the music. So they are waiting for this leader to give them money and perform and go home. Life has changed. I'm not even selling my music. You can get it on YouTube for free. But I'm selling a book. I'm selling a t-shirt. I am selling, I am selling what else? I'm selling a few things.
Selling an image.
Yeah, I have a sound company. I have this sound company, which is music oriented. Yeah, the lighting and everything. That way we can do this event without expenses. I am good at networking and creating friendships. I have created friendships with the pastor, who is my pastor in this church. That's why I have the key to the building and to the kitchen. I can come and cook and eat and do whatever I want here because of the business orientation in me. So, like Jay-Z, I learned it from him, so all credit to him. Become a business, more than just a businessman. But when it comes to Christianity, make sure you don't forget the purpose. Yeah, keep the purpose. Make sure everything you do is building into the purpose God has given you.
Keep
Even
your
my
purpose.
business, it's into building the next person.
Wow. That is deep. I mean, you've heard it here, folks. Keep your purpose, be disciplined, and be consistent because you are the business. I don't know if I can tell you that I'm a business person. I'm not yet. Currently, I'm a student, so for me, business is just staying in class and making sure I'm good at what I do. I also do IT. I'm a computer science student. And I mean, what I can say is what's important to me, or as for a student, is networking. It's who you know. It's how you go. It's how you present yourself when you walk into the career fair. Because you're going to walk in that room and you're going to see 16 people who really do not like you. You're going to have to convince each and every one of them that you have something to offer them that's just more than what the next person has. So networking is important. Don't think that it's not important just because you don't have a business yet. It's important if you're a student, and it's important as a business person. Now, as much as we'd love to dive into that, we are also short on time. So, thank you for joining us today on this talk show. If you want it, you can still catch it on YouTube. It's going to be live after this on the Good People Society website or on the Banana Land Media.
Actually, this is a refill ministry.
Oh, this is
program.
a Refill Ministry one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the Refill YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
Right. So you're gonna catch us live on the Refill YouTube channel, and in a few minutes we're about to start the Refill 2022 concert. So stay tuned. Please join us. And again, thank you for being with us. Have a good one.